tell you something.
That's the problem that we got.
That you see right now, it's gonna happen 10 years from now. And at 26, you're gonna be doing the same thing I'm doing. You understand that? 10 years. You're gonna be right here too.
But he also got to stand
So what
up
I
for
need
what he
y'all
gotta
to
stand
do
up
right
for.
now at 16 is come up with a better way. Cause how we doing it, it ain't working. He angry at 46. I'm angry at 31. You angry at 16.
It's over,
You
man.
understand me?
It's over.
Putting yourself in harm's way is not the way.
No, it's not.
You and the other your counterparts the same age and that has that same power. Y'all come up with a better way. Cause we ain't doing it.
Oh my God. Thank you, Curtis, for being on the call with us today. I really appreciate your words. I wanted to get back to a little bit of what you were stating. You said you felt overwhelmed and you wanted to go join the protesting the day before your video went viral, and then your mom gave you a pause.
So what people don't know is I was actually the face of the protest 4 years ago when we had a police killing in Charlotte, North Carolina. The guy's name was Keith Lamont Scott. And when you think about him getting killed, and then 4 years later, us being right back in the same place that we were 4 years ago. So the passion and the drive behind why I fight is, first off, I have a 5-year-old son. I have a 10-year-old daughter. I have nieces, I have nephews, I have uncles, I have a mother. And the last thing that I want to happen is that their life be taken over the smallest of situations.
The same exact thing night after night after night. It don't matter. Come up with a better way. You understand me? You keep.
Tell me a little bit more about the energy behind your message. Had you gone out there with the hurt and anger versus the pause that you had and went out the next day?
I was once a 16-year-old man in America. I am now a 31-year-old man in America who has went through transitions, who went from a 16-year-old immature man who made mistakes to a successful 31-year-old man that can sit here and have these conversations. But no matter where I'm at in my life, the results are still the same. How can we sit and transition as individuals in life and receive the same results? It is unfair. It is not right. So as a 31-year-old black man, I do not want that for my 5-year-old son because I'm raising him to be a man. But if I raise him to be a man and the world strips him of that, then what do we have left?
And how did the energy of coming at it from a different space, you talked about coming at it from heart instead of from that anger and that hurt. How did the message resonate with the people you were with?
Well, to be honest, I'm still angry. I'm still hurt. The night prior, what I originally wanted to do is I wanted to bear arms. And I wanted to bear arms for a specific reason. You had white men that went to the Washington grounds and they were able to bear arms and protest because they did not want to wear masks. But I wanted to send a message because how would America feel if I went and I bared arms as a black man and I was protesting for my life? You asked the question of, did the pause help? It did. The pause helped because it made me understand through the night that I had to come at this situation with a strategy, and I had to come at it differently than we've ever came at it before.
Right. You're talking earlier about passing along the torch, and this is how the Better Way movement developed. Did you already think about the Better Way movement the night before, or did it become spontaneous on the scene?
It came spontaneous on the scene. I am a philanthropist and an activist. Before this moment even happened, I'm very involved in my community. I believe that if I can reach one, then that one can reach 5, that 5 can reach 20, and then so forth and so on. So that moment on the bridge is what sparked the Better Way movement.
And tell me a little bit more how the Better Way movement is developing. How are you reaching the youth?
How we are reaching the youth is on the 3rd, we are having the first annual Youth Empowerment Independence March. And that is the Better Way movement using their platform to give the youth a platform, because they are really our future. We sit here and we say that these kids are our future, but we never invest into these kids. We never hear their opinion. We never hear their thoughts. We allow them to go through life without ever seeing how they're doing in life. Well, you think as a black man, as a black woman, again, we grow up already in very tough situations and very tough conditions. Not only are we battling the systematic problem of America, but we are battling our peers. We are battling within our homes. So I try to speak to the youth, and I not only tell them to use their voice so that they may be heard, but understand where you are coming from, and understand that you can be the cycle breaker of the systematic cycle or the systematic problem that you came from. I encourage them to be cycle breakers and not excuse makers. That is my nonprofit, which is the title EMCB, which stands for Excuse Maker or Cycle Breaker. Again, I want them to become cycle breakers and not to become excuse makers.
I'm very excited that you're sharing new knowledge, new information, empowering the youth through their own voices, through how they can be cycle breakers. Is there anything else you want to tell the audience right now?
One other thing, and I need everybody to really listen to this statement, and I want them to process it however they feel that they need to process it. But this is for everybody. We grow up in it. We grow into it. We need to grow out of it. Prime example, I am from Bluefield, West Virginia. And my mother did everything that she could in her power to make sure that she raised all 4 of her kids. But at the same time, while she was doing so as a young black man, I grew up in Tiffany Manor, which is considered the projects of where I'm from. Well, when you look around those projects, not only was me and my mother there, but my aunt and my cousins was there. My grandmother was there. My uncles was there. So through the generations of my family, we grew up in poverty. We grew up in the projects, and that's what we become, or that's what we became. So my message to everyone is just because you come from there does not mean that you have to become that. Grow out of it, because everything that we are taught and everything that we learn as kids is not always correct. Grow your mind, educate it, understand what you are going through, understand what we are fighting for. And again, become not of what you grew up in, but become something much more greater.
Parents knew in the past, moving beyond. So thank you for sharing what you're sharing today in this platform. I really appreciate it.
Definitely. Thank you so much for you guys' time and wanting to spread the message. I greatly appreciate you.